Little princess, she's here. Suddenly, a man's humble and helpless voice rang out from behind her. Bethan unconsciously lowered her eyes. Behind her, her little blanket looked at her with a smile on her face as she wore her pink, princess-style dress and held a white teddy bear in her arms. Nellie. She looked at the little girl in front of her, so shocked that she was rendered speechless. Nellie subtly placed her finger on her lips, indicating her to be quiet. This auntie is perfect. She skipped over.
I auntia imnaia.
Bethan's brows furrowed as she lowered her voice. Why are you here? I'll explain it to you in a while, Mommy. Her pale and delicate little hand closed around Bethan's thumb. Auntie, let's go upstairs. I want a milk bath. With that, she pulled Bethan behind her and bounded up the stairs. Look after the little princess. Looking at the woman's disappearing figure, Lucas sighed. The little princess was harder to deal with than her daddy. He labored throughout the afternoon and finally found a maid that suited her taste. In the bathroom in the child's room, Nellie laid in the bathtub as her lips formed a pout. Mommy, she whined, don't be mad. This daddy is quite nice to me. I didn't suffer or anything. Bethan ruffled her daughter's hair lovingly. I need to make a call. Nellie laid on the edge of the bathtub as she gazed at her mother's retreating figure. Did she do anything wrong? Why was Mommy so unhappy? Neil. Standing on the balcony, Bethan clutched her phone tightly, gritted her teeth, and spat his name. This is the job you found for me? Neil's voice drifted in from the other side of the phone, and it sounded somewhat apologetic. You met Nellie already, Mommy? Why do you want Nellie to recognize him as her father? She knew her eldest son was quiet, her second son was sneaky and a trickster, and her daughter was cute and obedient, but she never expected Neil would go behind her back and arrange for Nellie to meet Bretley. Mommy, this will happen sooner or later. Neil sighed. I knew you'd get angry, so I didn't dare tell you. But Mommy, don't you think Nellie looks too much like him? Even if we don't tell anyone, we're staying here in Banyan City now, and his men will see her sooner or later. He'd find out somehow. Bethan's grip tightened around her phone. Even though she was reluctant to admit it, the truth was that Nellie did take after her father a lot, especially her eyes. Noting Bethan's silence, Neil rushed to convince her. Since he'd find out sooner or later, it's better if we swing the first punch. At least that now Nellie is with him, it'll stop him from marrying his mistress. Bethan closed her eyes.